Has to melt. I said, oh no, I'm not going to have a leak.
Feels like the first day of spring, doesn't it?
It does now.
Both teams stress defense first. Again, we mentioned the pressure with Erskine Academy. Foxcroft Academy runs a lot of different defenses. Fundamentally a man-to-man team. Josh Withy, Bobby Gilbert are keys to that defensive effort by the Ponies. Look to see Demuth of Erskine matched up against Withy of Foxcroft, and Gilbert of Foxcroft matched up against Donor of Erskine Academy. A couple key matchups to look for.
E.J. Imbert will jump for the Foxcroft team. Foxcroft in their maroon, and he'll jump against Josh Jones as he's ready for basketball action here in semifinal action here in Class B, Eastern Maine. So wherever you may be, join us. There's the tip. Tipped twice and picked off by Erskine Academy. This is their very fine guard, Kenny DeMuth. Hands off to Kevin Haskell. Now Janoski on the left side. Goes across to Jones, corner DeMuth. Looks inside. Now goes the top to Haskell. And back to DeMuth as they'll start to work the ball. White is on him as Janoski has the ball, looking Haskell. Haskell's wide open if he wants to take the shot. Jones now for Erskine Academy in their white with their blue piping. DeMuth with it, still on the move. Now spins, goes the right side, it goes to Haskell. Now scoop pass inside to Janowski, misses a shot. Strong rebound in there by E.J. Imbert. And White comes back for Foxcroft Academy. Gilbert in the corner with a downtown shot, no good. DeMuth in a high skying rebound as he comes down. He leads the offense. Janowski up fake, now back outside to DeMuth. He wants his team to set up. Bounces to Janowski. Janowski in the fake now goes to the top to Donau. Down to DeMuth. DeMuth's going to take a shot from outside. It's no good. Rebound action. Just taken off by Jones, and they're going to call him for traveling. He and E.J. had a good tug of war on that one, but Jones was called for traveling.
That's Jones's strength, though, going to the offensive boards. That time, though, Imbert contested.
Full court pressure now by Erskine Academy. Withy in the middle to Carey. Carey has the ball stripped, and the ball goes down. They're going to call a foul. And underneath, it looks like Gilbert really got hammered.
Yeah, somebody landed on his head, which hit the floor there. Seems to be okay. Good evidence there of Erskine running the full court press, getting the turnover, 1 for 1. One pressure applied, one turnover for the Erskine defense.
As DeMuth is their ball handler, he'll bring it down and set up. Also a very fine scorer. Comes out to Janoski. He turns. They're going to call a player control using his left shoulder. Get Withy out of his way, but drew the foul.
Yeah, some in-your-face defense by Withy. They put Withy on Janoski. They want to limit Janoski's three-point shooting from the perimeter, so they made the switch with White guarding Demuth and Withy on Janoski.
So Withy will inbounds it now. Now it goes in the middle to Carey. He starts down with it to the left side. Goes to the big man in the corner, Imbert. Now a shot by Carey is no good. Rebound strong in there by Donau. He's very deceptive. He's got a low, nice pass, goes all the way down to Jones, but he's under the basket when he tried to let it go up. And Withy comes back. No score in this contest, 6:03 here in first quarter action left. Withy with the ball to the left side. Carey's all by himself, fires it up, no good. Imbert there, misses an easy shot, puts it back up, and no good again. Rebound action, and finally picked up by Haskell.
Two good tries there by Imbert, just couldn't finish. He was fading away on both the shots, which caused him to miss them.
So like two heavyweights, they're kind of checking each other out here. Donau to the left side to Jones, back to Donau. Jones was in foul trouble in his first game. He can stay away from the fouls. This is going to be a very, very good addition to help in the scoring column. But right now, nobody's scoring. Janowski with it. Withy's on him. Now to Haskell. Haskell's going to take a two-pointer, and he hits it.
And he's got to make that shot because what Foxcroft is doing is playing man-to-man defense, but the guy guarding him, Carey, is not leaving the lane. So if Haskell makes that shot, Carey's got to go out and get him.
Carey in the backcourt. Now it goes to White. Up over Foxcroft. Starts right down. And Haskell goes down. They're going to call a player control foul on White. We've seen that more in quarterfinals. It looks like there's not much of a door there, but they're going to take it anyway.
Yeah, exactly. White got to the free throw line. Maybe should have stopped one step sooner, where he could have looked for guys cutting on either side. That time took it one step too far and hit the defense.
So Kenny DeMuth with the ball to the right side to Haskell. Now Donar inside to Jones. Nice fake by Jones. Puts it up and in. Got his man in the air, and they come right back and play that tough defense. They're leading 4-0. Erskine Academy over Foxcroft Academy. Now to Gilbert. Bobby's going to go. Puts it up left-handed. No good. Imbert with the rebound. No good. Still fighting for the ball. Was torn off there by Donar. Donar starts down. He's going to have a player control. Boy, everyone's out of control.
That's 3 player control fouls already. We played 3 minutes and 35 seconds, and little adrenaline rush there, I think, on the part of both teams so far. And the defense is doing a good job of getting there and staying there, not sliding, so they get called for the block.
First sub coming in the game for Foxcroft Academy, Lincoln Robinson, a junior. He'll wear number 3. So Foxcroft Academy in their maroon uniforms, white piping, against the white and blue from Erskine Academy. Lincoln has the ball right now. Robinson back to Withy. Withy now goes in the corner. Carey starts to move, but Donar reaches in back door and knocks the ball away.
Erskine playing a 1-3-1 zone on that possession. Again, looking to keep Foxcroft in the half court from being able to shoot too many three-point shots.
Rios goes way outside of Robinson. Robinson looks now. Now still turns, looks for help, still turns. He's going to get a 5-second. Nope, Carey with it. Now back outside to Withy. Withy holds, good defense. Nice pass inside of Carey. Carey couldn't bring it down. The ball's going in. It goes out of bounds. Finally, Janowski battling that time with the big man, E.J. Imbert. And the ball goes out of bounds, knocked out by Imbert. And finally, a timeout. I think they need a 30-second timeout just to talk this thing over.
Yeah, it looked like Janowski had 1 foot out of bounds when he knocked that ball back in, but good hustle on his part was rewarded. Yeah, as you say, both teams got to regroup a little bit. Right now, this game, Erskine has to be happy. They've been able to apply pressure and get results. Turnover here, turnover there. Also a couple of rush shots by Foxcroft. Foxcroft really hasn't been able to get into their offense. Danny White really hasn't seen the ball all that much. The one time he did get it in an open court setting, he committed the player control foul. So if you're Erskine, they've been able to get the ball inside to Jones for a nice post-up move. Haven't gotten anything out of Donor yet, but right now it's 4-0. The Eagles on top.
2 very fine basketball teams here going at it here in the afternoon session. This evening we'll be back with Camden Hills and Winslow. Passing to Janowski. He's going to put it up and in. Off the glass high, and that drops through. 6-0. Erskine Academy leading. White with Foxcroft for Foxcroft Academy back. Withy now all the way on the side to Robinson. Robinson turns. Now Imbert's outside, goes to White. He's their scorer. Janowski is there with him. Now he comes over the other side. There's Withy with it. They want to get something going here. They are shut out so far here with 3:14 left in first quarter action. 6-0 the score. First quarter action here at the Bangor Auditorium. And DeMuth knocks the ball out of bounds.
Good anticipation there by the senior point guard to recognize the pass going to the wing and knocking it out of bounds.
So White handles the ball in, goes back to Withy. And Erskine Academy is not going to give any freebies as the pass goes in the middle. Imbert back outside. There's the shot by White. Yes. He swung it back out, and he was able to drill it through, so 6-3.
And that was the first time Foxcroft worked the ball inside to work it back out, and White there showing you 3-point range.
DeMuth now to Haskell, right side Janowski. Now he goes in the middle, and the turn to Donar. The ball's knocked out of bounds. Both teams playing very, very strong defense. Both teams are up and at it, and you can see elbows, shoulders, and anything you want to see here in this contest. They're going at each other. Janowski out to Donar. Donar back to Janowski. Attempted steal that time by Withy is no good. Rebound shot is shot, and Haskell is traveling on the rebound, so it'll go over to Foxcroft Academy.
Good hustle, just couldn't get control of the ball.
Withy, he's got 5 seconds to make the pass, and he does. It goes to White. White still in the backcourt, both still in the backcourt. 10 seconds to get it over the stripe. Here's Carey. Carey turns. He finally breaks it. Stats down the nice pass inside to Imbert. What a play by Jones! Jones came out of nowhere and blocked that shot. The turn now, Imbert, and they're all over him. Triple team, and the ball goes out of bounds. What a play that was!
There's Jones establishing himself in the low post defensively as Imbert turned to seemingly at 6'6", figured he had a clear lane to the basket once he got the ball in the low post, but Jones said, no, sir. There's Imbert going up, and there's Jones going up higher. Get this out of there.
How high can you go? Checking in the game now is Ty Kennedy for Foxcroft Academy. DeMuth down the middle, stops in the lane, misses a shot. Gilbert with a strong rebound. He comes out with it. Now goes bounce in the middle to Carey. Carey now off to White. White stats down with it to left side. White in the baseline, knocked down shot, hits the side of the backboard. He gets it back. He stats to go in the middle. Nice scoop pass inside to Kennedy, and Kennedy's being fouled by Donau.
I think Kennedy was actually waiting for Jones to come over here. He hesitated before he got the shot. Almost a clean block there, but the foul is called on Donor, and that's his second foul. That could be a key here. He hasn't done much yet, but he's been their offensive leader all season. 2 fouls on Matt Donor.
So on the line will go Ty Kennedy. He's a senior. Foul shot is up, it's no good. And the way this game is going right now, you look over in the sidelines, you see Brandon Hall, and you say, whoa. You know, Hall is certainly a very fine basketball player. I guess he's had technicals called on him on the season. They said a total of 5.
Well, when you can dunk, you run that risk.
You call the shots, right? 6-4 the score now, as we've kind of settled down with 1:35 left. Erskine Academy has brought in Brandon Dow, number 10. DeMuth to Dow. Dow turns in the crowd back at DeMuth. Donar took the sidelines. He's got 2 personal fouls on him. Team fouls, no one really adding on to it. 3 team fouls by Erskine Academy and only 2 by Foxcroft Academy. Janowski with it. Now goes back outside to Dow. Dow holds over his head. Looks now, starts to dribble. Now comes back to Janowski. 101 left in the middle to Jones. Jones cross-courts it now. DeMuth's shot is all air, but Janowski is there. He turns, goes back outside to Dow. Dow to DeMuth. Now he skips a pass across to Janowski. Janowski, the up fake. He's going to drive, trying to get the ball to Jones. Jones is hemmed in. He goes back outside to Dow with 43-8 left. Janowski, another fake. Now goes to the top, DeMuth. Good defense on both sides. Good action here in first quarter action.
Looking at one shot here now for Erskine. You've run almost a minute off the clock, and now they're going to settle for the last shot of the first quarter.
Dow with it on the right side. Withy comes out to challenge. Now DeMuth. He's outside. Now scoops a pass back off to Dow. Dow back to DeMuth with 14.5. Janowski. DeMuth turns. 6-4 the score. Erskine Academy leading down to 6. Withy took a shot in the mouth. DeMuth an off-balance jumper. It's no
Zoom every Friday afternoon. So whether you're spending time with the elderly at a senior citizen's home, or you're donating to a food bank, or you're cleaning up the environment, share your story with Zoom. Zoom into action and call or email Maine PBS with your story.
You're watching tournament basketball on the stations of Maine PBS.
6-4 the score as the Eagles of Erskine Academy come out on the floor first. Very, very good first quarter. It may be a low-scoring game, but you can see the tempo. They're really going at each other.
I think if you're Foxcroft, you're happy to be within 2 because Erskine seemed to have the better of the play, but Foxcroft's defense has kept them in it within 2 points.
Steve Childs checks in for Erskine Academy, number 11. He's right down on the baseline. Pass intended down underneath, and for Ty Kennedy because out of bounds.
Change up there. They had the 6'4 Jones out at the top of the zone. Made it awful tough for passing lanes and forces the Foxcroft turnover.
Now some full court put up by Foxcroft Academy. DeMuth back to Janowski. Good ball handling team, both teams. And they put the T into team play. Both sides. Good, 2 well-coached teams. Goes on the right side to Childs. Childs turns. DeMuth outside. Jones at the foul line. Now Janowski on the left wing. Looks. Still in the dribble at the top to Childs. Now goes to DeMuth. Back to Childs at the top. As they start to play catch. Now goes to Haskell. Nice pass to Jones. He bobbles it, but gets it back, and he draws the foul.
Unfortunate there for Foxcroft. Played good defense and essentially forced the turnover, but Jones recouped, and that prompted the foul on Lincoln Robinson, his first.
So Withy comes back in. And Matt Carey is back in. Janowski now outside to Haskell. Haskell in the middle of Janowski. Janowski turns. Back it goes to Haskell's way outside. Now Childs to DeMuth to Janowski. Haskell takes over the foul line now. Childs, he's got a good outside shot. He's left-handed. Now goes Connor DeMuth. Or Janowski, I should say. Childs. Did I say that?
1 for 1.
1 for 1. And he rings it. 9-4 now. 5-point lead. Pressure, and they're going to call a player control foul on Lincoln Robinson.
Through the forearm to clear some space. Erskine's pressure paying dividends right now here, and Foxcroft struggling. Just 1 field goal so far in the game, and we've played 9 minutes.
6:44 left in first half action here at the Bangor Auditorium. Maranacock girls advanced to the finals. They won over Herman 48-43 in the game before this. Bobby Gilbert checks back in. And Jones from Erskine Academy will pass the ball in. DeMuth in the backcourt. To the right side to Childs. Childs in the dribble in the middle to Jones. Janowski. Janowski's going to go to take the pop. It's up around. Doesn't get the roll. Battle inside. Picked up by Jones. And Jones and Carey get down. They call it jump ball. It'll be Erskine Academy's possession as the arrow points to their basket.
Foxcroft playing a zone. One of the toughest things to do in a zone defense is to box out. And Josh Jones very active on the offensive boards again for Erskine.
Childs now to Haskell in the middle of Janowski. Janowski turns and call for traveling.
Wanted to pass to Jones on the baseline. Sorry he wasn't open, and by that time his foot hit the ground.
He seems to be holding on to his left arm. Jones, that is, number 23. Now Bobby Gilbert. Gilbert's going to go right to the glass and high off the glass. Imbert comes off the rebound. Back outside to Withy. Withy's going to turn. Withy's got a crowd on him. Now to White. Danny with the ball. He goes back to Withy at the top. Now goes to Carey at the foul line, and Carey is being fouled.
Going to be a push from behind, I believe, on DeMuth of Erskine Academy. His second, to go with Donor's second. So there's the 2 leaders for Erskine with 2 fouls apiece. Donor has been sitting out since late in the first quarter. DeMuth's still in there.
Daryl Haskell checks in. Shot is missed. And inside, Imbert goes back up with it, and they're going to say that Haskell is fouling. So that'll be a 2-shot foul.
Yeah, good work by Imbert. That's his game, rebounding. Second leading rebounder on the team for Foxcroft. Not an offensive player like Brandon Hall is in the low post, but he's going to work, and here he is just going up, outreaching the man for the rebound. And in the ensuing action, there was
Haskell hit his arm, caught in there.
There was violence.
Right. Foul shot up and no good. 9-4. And as Ernie mentioned, there's only been 1 field goal scored by this Foxcroft Academy team, and that was a 3-pointer by Danny White. And now they're having a hard time at the foul line. Foul shot up, and he splits a pair. So Imbert makes it 9-5 now. Foxcroft Academy trails by 4. DeMuth with it to the right side to Haskell. Back to DeMuth. Now to Childs. DeMuth skips it over to Haskell. Haskell now starts in the middle, gives to Childs. Childs to DeMuth. Looks for the man across. It's Haskell. Haskell starts to drive, goes back outside to Childs. Now DeMuth skips it again to Haskell. Good defense put up by this Foxcroft Academy team. They're moving that zone. Now Jones. Now Haskell. Haskell's shot partially deflected. Rebound action is shot up and missed by Haskell. And Danny White comes off with it, and you know where he's going with it. Puts it up around, no good. And they're going to call a player control on White.
That's a great effort there by Steve Childs of Erskine Academy, getting back, knowing the contact is going to come, but being able to withstand it. That's White's second foul, both of them player control. There's Childs setting up there right in the paint. White forces the issue. The contact is caused by him. There's the player control foul. I want to let you know that for all the latest scores and pairings for both the Eastern and Western Maine tournaments, log on to mainpbs.org. That's www.mainpbs.org.
And they'll give it to you. The coach, Dave Carey, was over questioning the official. It looked like that the Childs got his left foot planted. I don't know too much for his right, but he got his left foot planted.
It's one of the toughest calls because once you establish position, you can go backwards or side to side. You just can't go forward. It looked like he was there enough that Hall created the contact. He forced the issue, as I said. So that's one of the toughest calls in basketball. We've had a number of player control fouls here so far today. That certainly was the closest call, the one where you might draw an argument.
So 5 and 5 on the scoreboard for the team fouls on both sides. 9-5 the score. Erskine Academy leading. We're in second half action, 5:18 in this real low scorer. Childs with it now. Is still in the backcourt. Demuth now in the middle. Goes to Glidden. Haskell with it now. Haskell gives it to Demuth. Demuth, the good ball handler. Back to Haskell with 5 minutes left. Now bounce goes to Childs. Childs is harried, and he goes back outside to Haskell. Ball's knocked on the floor, but picked up. Jones has it now. Jones turns to Childs. It almost seems like they're going into a deep freeze here. John Glidden. Glidden starts to turn to go in the middle. And the shot put up by Jones is no good. And the rebound action taken up by Bobby Gilbert. As Withy brings down. Withy on the dribble. You can see where the middle is wide open. And there's Imbert right there. He starts to go down. He is all by him lonesome if someone could see him. Carey starts to go, and the ball is stripped away, and Carey is fouling. So Carey just fouled 21, which is John Glidden.
But you mentioned Imbert being open in the middle. He's not an offensive player, not going to score a lot of points out of a set offense, and Erskine aware of that, and so they're basically playing off him and trying to guard the perimeter players for Foxcroft, Gilbert, Withy, and White to prevent them from getting open looks.
Childs with the ball. Demuth in the backcourt. Kennedy checked back in for Foxcroft Academy. As Haskell has it, he gets it back. Now it goes to Childs. Childs takes the shot, and he's traveling. He's evidently the designated three-pointer, as Donar will check back in and Childs will check out.
Donar set out about 5 minutes. I don't believe he's scored yet today, and he is their leading scorer in the high teens as an average for the season.
So Withy starts to bring down for this Foxcroft Academy team. 9-5, held to one field goal so far. And that was a three-point shot by Danny White. Withy with it. Now it goes to Gilbert. Bobby puts up an outside three, and he hits it. Well, there's two.
Yeah, that's a big shot for Foxcroft. Gilbert got off to a hot start this year after he transferred from Greenville, but has been struggling lately.
9-8 to score. Donar is going to take a three, and it's no good. Rebound action. Withy comes off with it. Withy starts to turn and brings down. Josh with the ball to the right side. Tricky dribbles now. The ball is taken away by Demuth. Demuth's going to go to Jones. No, it comes back to him. Now Donar from the other side is up. It's no good. Rebound action. And good position that time by E.J. Imbert, and he draws a foul over the shoulder.
Yeah, John Glidden on the foul there, as you said. Good position by Imbert. 6 fouls on each team. Will be shooting the 1-and-1. The next time we have a foul, it's not a player control.
So Withy is it in bounds. It goes to White. White starts down with it. White on the left side baseline, picked up underneath in there, and a jump ball as Ty Kennedy was tied up.
Slick little behind the back pass there by White. Unfortunately for him and for the Ponies, Kennedy wasn't ready for it.
Withy with it now, goes way outside. Imbert now to Gilbert. Kennedy, the shot is up, it's no good. Rebound, Donar knocked away. Beautiful that time by Kennedy. Withy picks it up, puts it up left-handed, no good. And draws the foul.
Yeah, nice hustle there by Josh Withy. Anticipate the quick outlet. Was right there to pick it off. Left-handed by nature. Went to his strong hand. Drew the foul. There's Dona with a rebound. Slapped away by Ty Kennedy to Withy. And there's Withy taking it to the basket. Foul was called on number 15. Daryl Haskell could have been Dona's third.
So Withy will get ready. He can tie this game, and he does. And 2:44 left in first half action. Score is 9-9. And you thought this was going to be a shootout, but so far it isn't. So Withy has the chance to put Foxcroft ahead for the first time. All shot is up and good. So Josh gets a pair as DeMuth comes back with it to Jones. Jones is right there at the glass, puts it up and in. Nice pass by DeMuth that time. He saw Jones coming down, and Jones picks up the foul. And the score is 11-10 as Erskine Academy gets the lead back.
And Danny White will shoot 1-1 for the Ponies.
That's only the first foul on Josh Jones. So Carey's back in. Kennedy just leaves. And checking in is E.J. Imbert, their big center. And Haskell will momentarily for Erskine come back in. So Danny White, another one of the strong football players for the Foxcroft Academy team.
Yeah, he was the Class C Eastern Maine Player of the Year last fall. Helped Foxcroft win the Eastern C title. Foxcroft also the Eastern B baseball champion rating. So they're on quite a roll. Now they're trying to add to on the basketball court.
It's tied at 11. Danny's shot is up and good. So as Withy, so goes White. They made 4 in a row now in the foul line. Janowski back in the game. The ball is stripped away by Withy, but Jones picks it up finally. Now it goes in the middle. Haskell to DeMuth. DeMuth gives back to Jones. Jones now loops it back out Janowski. Janowski's going to stop. He has the shot, but loops it over to DeMuth. DeMuth's going to go baseline, and he's called for travel.
Thought he saw a lane between the baseline and Matt Carey, but a little too eager, and a rare turnover by the Erskine point guard.
So they're starting 5 in there right now, the Erskine Academy team. As White comes down with it, he's still in the backcourt. Now to Withy. Withy in the middle to Carey. Carey turns, breaks a 10-second barrier. Now nice bounce inside to Imbert. Imbert's going to put off the glass and in. He took his time on that one and put it off the glass and in.
And a nice play by Matt Carey to get the ball at half court and force the issue, attack offensively to find Imbert for the layup.
Foxcroft Academy leads by 3, 14-11. And a timeout being asked for by the coach, a 30-second timeout. And in this maddening 21st century, there are 3 60-second timeouts in a basketball game and 2 30s.
What you may be seeing here is Foxcroft finally getting used to playing without Brandon Hall. With Brandon Hall in the lineup, they have a low post offensive threat to go to by design from time to time. Without him, they don't. And they've been kind of struggling to figure out how to go about getting their scorers involved in the offense. And one way to do it is to beat pressure. They struggled with it initially. Hadn't seen much here in the second half of the season. Now they may be getting used to the full court pressure Erskine's putting on.
14-11, they lead. 1:51 left. Erskine led 6-4 at the end of the first quarter. Now it's 14-11. Foxcroft Academy. Dona, DeMuth way outside. DeMuth's going to go to the foul line. Nice pass to Jones, puts it up and in. Oh, a hard pass too, and Jones caught it and then put it right off the glass and in. 14-13. Full court pressure put up by this Erskine Academy team. Withy in the middle of Carey, off his fingertips, and DeMuth. DeMuth's going to stop, gives to Dona. Dona's shot is up, is no good, and Dona's knocked down. Oh, he got was his. It could be his ankle, I'd say.
May have landed on Josh Withy's foot. I don't know, but he's in obvious pain.
Oh no! Boy, that looks bad right there.
Yeah.
Right in front of the Foxcroft Academy bench. We can get a replay on that. We can see what really happened.
The foul.
I think you're right. I think he probably landed on his foot.
Yeah, the foul was called after the shot, so it was as he was landing. So he's only going to get 1-1 if he's able to shoot these free throws. If not, they can substitute in. Erskine can.
Look at the Foxcroft kids. They're talking it up with arms around each other, and we'll probably have a delay here. Dona is really in pain, and he He's been ice cold.
Yeah, he's not scored yet today. Matter of fact, Foxcroft has held Demuth and Donar without a point combined so far in the first half. Yet it's still a 1-point game. But Donar in obvious pain. The training staff over to see what they can do. They're looking at is it his right ankle, I believe?
Yes, it is. If Jim Baines is around, maybe he could go over and catch an update. We'll see. It looks like it's either the knee or the
right
the
leg.
ankle. Yeah. He has to walk gingerly off. Childs will check in for him.
It's a big blow for Erskine. Hopefully for Erskine, they can use his halftime to get him back so he can play. Time will tell on that. He's going down to the end of the bench right now for some treatment.
And the substitute that came in for him, Childs, will be the shooter. Steve Childs, only a junior. Donar is only a junior. As Ernie mentioned, seems like he's been playing forever. Maybe he's a PG.
It is the knee, though, that they're working on over there.
Foul shot is missed. Rebound action, Imbert, and Childs just runs into White, and they will get down the other end for 1-on-1.
Childs saw the pass coming, a little too late getting there, and Danny White will get back to the free throw line. It's one thing about scorers. When the shots aren't falling or they aren't getting their shots, they try to create situations where they can get to the line. And this is what you're seeing out of Danny White here late in the second quarter.
1:20 left in first half action. 13-14 the score. Foxcroft Academy leading. They're the guest on the scoreboard. The foul shot is missed. He made his last two, missed this one. Demuth comes down with it on the dribble. Janowski. Haskell in the middle at the foul line. Now Childs back to Janowski. He's at the top. To Childs. We go in the middle of Jones. Jones turns to Demuth. Demuth on the baseline. Now inside. Up Jones' hand. There's White. White's going to start down with it. Now he's going to stop. Taking off balance shot.
Looked like a force, but it also looked like that's part of Danny White's game, as it was a fluid shot that went down.
16-13 to score. Janowski with it. Janowski turns now to Demuth. Demuth the right side. Goes to Haskell. Haskell, nice shot. Baseline shot by Haskell. He's been quiet, but good role player. Puts it in when he had to. Gilbert, Bobby with a left-handed shot, partially deflected and taken off by Janowski.
Yeah, good play by Demuth there to come from behind to make the block.
And that left hand was right out in front of him, so he took advantage of that. 16-15 to score as we count down. 16-15 left. They're going for the last shot. Janowski in the middle of Haskell. Back to Demuth. White looks up at the clock. Now Demuth wants to dribble. Now it's time to go. Foul line jumper is no good. Rebound action. Tipped around. Jones comes up with it. A shot no good. Withy comes off with it. And at 1/2 of play, Foxcroft gains the lead now, 16-15. They trail 6-4 at the end of 1 quarter of play. They're a very fine basketball game. And Donar will have to check that status. And, of course, Brandon Hill won't be in this game, so that might have evened out the whole thing there. But you have to look at Foxcroft Academy, the way they played that first half. They were down to in the second quarter with 1 field goal, and then started to get their stride, hit their shots, play tough defense, and they've got a 1-point lead. Anyone's ball game.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, defense obviously dominating here, and is likely to continue to dominate. It'll be interesting in terms of Erskine. If Donar, who has been held scoreless, he's still one of their top offensive threats, and even if he's not scoring as a defense, Foxcroft has got to pay particular attention to him. So if he's not able to come back, that's going to change. Halftime of this Eastern Maine Class B boys basketball semifinal, with Foxcroft Academy leading Erskine Academy by the count of 16-15. Right now, let's send it over to Jim Baines.
Well, Ernie, as the Foxcroft Ponies are attempting to pull out a Eastern Maine championship in basketball, the Foxcroft Ponies already know championships in baseball and football. I'm standing here with Trey Merrill of the Eastern Maine champion, Eastern Maine Class C football champions, and Seth Gabarra of the Eastern Maine Class B baseball champions from last year. Trey, let's talk about that 11-1 season there. Tell me, what does it take to come out with that kind of season? You have the drive, you have the commitment. It's got to be more than that, though, right?
A lot of it comes from good coaching. Coach Withy would go to all the games, to find out who we're playing next week. And he'd analyze game film, break it down. We watch film all throughout the week. And a lot of it came from our practice team, who we practiced against in practice, you know what I mean? Those guys performed and played hard all year in practice so we could get good looks on both sides of the ball. And it's just, I don't know, you just got to feel it inside of you. Like, we looked in the eyes of the seniors last year after we lost the Eastern Maine game by 1 point. And we made up our minds and said this isn't going to happen to us again. And we just didn't let it happen. So.
Didn't let it happen, of course. Let's talk about, I hate to bring this up, but let's talk about the state championship game. We talked about this off camera. Bad bounces, a couple of them, right?
Right, you know, a lot of it, sometimes state games come down to who makes the most, you know, mistakes and who gets the bounces. And they just got a couple of bounces, you know, and we didn't really get any. So, it's just, I don't know, we played hard. I'm never going to question anyone's, you know, anyone's drive or anyone's want to win or will to win.
Well, you're still smiling about it. That's the good news. Sometimes you have to learn how to lose like that, right?
That's right.
All right. Very good. And Seth Cabarra, last year, a great season there for baseball as well. I'm going to ask the same question. What does it take besides drive and commitment to get there?
Well, definitely, like Trey said, we had coaching. Coach Withy was our coach for baseball as well, so that was great. And also we had just, as baseball goes, we had timely hitting, timely pitching, and we made the plays in the field and got the hits at the plate. So we just had a great season all in all. We're expecting another good season next year. We have a lot of our players coming back, so it's going to be good.
I was going to say that. You are a lot coming back next year. Any key positions that you're looking at?
Well, we're going to have another strong pitching staff this season. We have Jason Weymouth, Josh Withy who's playing, and a couple of freshmen that are going to be contributing. So.
All right. Meanwhile, this game, we got a defensive struggle right here. What do you think it's going to do to take it to pull it out here?
It's going to be tough defense, and you got to make the shots. Got to make the shots count. That's what it's going to take.
Quickly, they want me to wrap it up. Same question for Trey. What's it going to take to pull this out for the Ponies?
They're just going to have to play tough. They're going to have to play tough D like they've been all season and just play their game. That's what it's going to come down to.
There's about 6 basketball players that play football too, right?
There's probably like 10 actually.
Well, it was a good interview by Ernie. 2 real nice students that can talk, which is so good. I think sometimes in your when you were doing it, it was kind of hard to find the people you could get them to open up, but these 2 kids did a nice job.
Well, like myself, good Foxcroft grads. Halftime statistics, you can see that it's a defensive game. Foxcroft is 4 of 21 from the field, 19%. Erskine, 7 of 20, 35%. Foxcroft, 6 of 9 from the line. Erskine not getting to the free throw line. Foxcroft played a lot of zone defense in the second quarter, which would limit that. Turnovers, not much to choose. 6 for Foxcroft and 7 for Erskine. That tells me it's about a 1-point game, which is what we've got. Individual scoring first for Foxcroft Academy. Danny White, 2 field goals, 2 free throws for 7 points. Bobby Gilbert, a 3-pointer for 3. Josh Withy, 2 free throws for 2 points. And E.J. Embert, a basket and a free throw for 3. And Ty Kennedy off the bench with a free throw for 1. For Erskine Academy, Josh Jones, 3 field goals for 6. Kevin Haskell, 2 field goals for 4. Steve Childs, 1 3-pointer for 3. And Charlie Janoski, 1 field goal for 2. What that also says is that Donor, DeMuth have no points. We don't know about the health of Donor yet, but Erskine's success may hinge on their ability to get those 2 veterans onto the scoring column.
As both teams are out on the floor now, and we're about 2.5 minutes away from basketball. Second half. I have a ringing in my ear. Both teams back on the floor, and it's a good point to make out. Donar's back now. It looks like he's
from Maine farmers who pledge not to use artificial growth hormones. Mimic, committed to helping Maine people enjoy the important things in life by offering workplace safety programs.
Here at halftime, the Foxcroft Academy team leading by a score of 16-15 over Erskine Academy. Not much to choose from both. I think Ernie made all the pertinent points that we need to talk about. Low-scoring game, but 2 very fine basketball teams.
Yeah, nobody in foul trouble. Nobody with more than 2 at this point, which is good. It's hard to say what adjustments you'll see. I think the defenses are dominating to the point where what you see is what you get in the second half. If Erskine can somehow get Donar and DeMuth into the scoring column, that's going to open up a lot of things for them. Foxcroft, you may see them try to attack the inside a little bit more in the half-court set, if for nothing else, then to be able to kick the ball back out to their shooters. About the only time they did it in the first half, they got the ball to Imbert. He kicked it back out to the top of the key to White. He made a three-pointer, but those kind of plays have been few and far between. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments, particularly on offense, both teams can make. So far, in terms of defense, nobody's in foul trouble and the score is low. Neither coach can complain about that.
So Erskine Academy will put the ball in play with the possession rule as Josh Jones will put it in. And Donar is in the game. He's under the basket. And Bobby Gilbert will pick him up. So it looks like man's going to be put up by Foxcroft Academy as we start this second half of action. Demuth with it. Janowski of Erskine Academy in white with the blue piping. Haskell. Now Donar. Donar to Jones. To top Demuth. Guarded by White. Good matchups here. Janowski. And Withy has tries to knock the ball away, but he's fouling from behind.
Almost got away with it. Withy did, as the call was just a little bit late, but Jeff Jewett there saw the action and saw what he saw and made the call. Second foul on Josh Withy.
Josh Jones will put it in play under his own basket. Goes to Demuth. Now Janowski. Gonna stop turn. There's Donar's shot. No, almost. And Gilbert with almost had the rebound, but was knocked away. And then they're going to call a foul on Jones. Jones, in the first game, he wasn't getting in on the offensive as much as he is today. He's a good leaper. There's no question about that. White with it now. White with two people on him. He turns. They're going to call a foul on Donar. Is that his third?
That's third. Number 3 on Donar. Really hasn't seen much action today between the ankle injury and 2 fouls in the first quarter. Be interested to see if Tim Bonson's going to go to his bench, and it looks like he is as Childs goes to the scorer's table, and Donar's going to sit down.
As Childs will check back in the game.
That can't be good for his knee either. He's going to have to sit probably the rest of the third quarter now.
Right. Bobby Gilbert now up to Carey. Carey of Foxcroft to Withy. Withy at the baseline. Imbert now gets it over to Gilbert, back outside to White. White starts to turn, get the open shot, puts it up, it's off the front, no good. Rebound action is missed by Carney, and then he draws a foul. Gilbert, I guess it was.
Good muscle move there by Bobby Gilbert, not that tall. Saw a picture in one of the papers last week of him as a freshman guard at Greenville, and just 1 year later, he looks like a muscle man by comparison.
There's the rebound action, there he is. Carey with the ball. Now Withy left-handed shot from the side. It's no good. Childs comes off of the rebound. Gilbert and Imbert both went down in that play. Demuth with it to the right side to Childs as they start to work the ball around. And the top now it goes to Haskell. Demuth outside. Now to the left side, Janowski. Now goes to Jones. Jones in traffic. He's going to put up an off-balance shot. Gets the line.
Nice move there. A nice defense by Imbert. Kept his arm straight up. Jones just went over the top of it.
17-16. Erskine Academy takes the lead now. Goes to Gilbert in the corner. Gilbert looks in the middle, goes to Carey. Carey spins, turns, glass, no good. Rebound action strong by Jones. He bounces it off Childs. Childs controls it. And Childs, as Demuth brings down. Janowski now to Haskell. Haskell turns. Haskell starts to work. Now he's going to get to Demuth. Demuth turns to Janowski. In the middle to Jones. Jones back outside to Childs. Corner goes to Demuth. Demuth's outside shot. No good. Rebound action. And there's going to be another foul call. That's going to be on Jones.
Yeah, Jones over the back there. Good block out by Bobby Gilbert underneath. And Jones tries to go over the top of the offensive board. Gets called for his second foul.
And Donar will come back in with his 3 personal fouls.
It's interesting. When Donar went out, Foxcroft went to a zone. With him back in the game, it'll be interesting to see if Foxcroft goes back to a man-to-man.
Inbounds pass comes. Withy now still in the backcourt. Now to Gilbert. Gilbert starts down with it. He's going to stop, take a left-hand shot, and puts it in. Nice move.
Yeah, that's his game, working in transition.
Bobby Gilbert. Haskell, long pass to Haskell. He pulls it in. Now goes back outside to Donar. Donar stops. Now back in the middle, it goes to Demuth. Demuth, nice pass inside to Jones, puts it up and in. Ooh, and Jones comes down hard, but the basket will count.
That's 3 or 4 real nice assists by DeMuth there. He fires the ball hard. You have to be ready if you're going to be on the receiving end of one of his passes. There's the pass. There's Jones with a finish, and Gilbert from behind with the body block. Number 2 on Gilbert.
So Glidden will check in. John Glidden, a 6'5" senior. And Haskell will take a break as Jones will go to the foul line to try to cap off the 3. And it's a 19-18 game now as Erskine Academy leads by 1. Foul shot is up and good. 2018, 5:32 left here in third quarter action. Withy in the backcourt. Now is the pass. Janowski is going to take it, and he gets it back into Donow.
Good hustle by Janowski.
I guess so. He went down, but he's back on the floor now. Nice move inside by DeMuth. He doesn't get the rail. There's Jones. Jones puts it on the ground, and he pays for it. And he draws the foul, but if he hadn't have bounced the ball on the floor, he wouldn't have given that extra second for Imbert to chew him up, but he fouled him.
Yeah, it's a dangerous play to put the ball on the floor, but he was a little bit off balance and needed to establish some rhythm. There's Jones going up, and there's Imbert with the ball and perhaps the hand.
Did you say all ball?
Didn't say it.
We'll let the audience take a look at that one. Jones' shot is up and good. So he's having certainly a different game than he had in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, he's very active on the inside. Really, Foxcroft, in terms of a jumper and quickness, has nobody to match up with him on the inside.
Yeah, so he gets ready now for the second shot. 21-18 the score, and he hits a pair and comes right out of the foul line to full court pressure. As Lincoln Robinson is checked back in the game with the double team. Now in the backcourt goes to White. White stats down with it, still in the backcourt. Now to Carey. Carey's going to turn, go down the middle. Carey's going to put one up, and he draws the foul to DeMuth. And who went down? Is that Janowski?
That is Jones again.
Jones is, he's played a great floor game.
Basketball is a contact sport.
Yeah.
That's the adjustment that's been made so far in the half, is that Erskine's trying to take the ball inside. Jones has 7 points here in the first 3 minutes, and he's been banged up a bit. Elbow, now his head, but seems to be willing for the battle.
Carey's foul shot is up and good. 22-19 the score.
That's Carey's first point. He came into the game averaging about 13 a game, so Erskine's done a real nice defensive job on him.
He's only a sophomore, and his second shot is up and good. 22-20 now. 5:06 remains in third quarter action, I should say. DeMuth with it. Now to Janowski on the left side. Pulls over his head. Comes back to DeMuth in the middle. Now goes to the left side. Janowski. Janowski's going to put up a shot. It's no good. Rebound tip. Taken up by Jones. Ripped away by Withy. Withy stats down with it on the gallop. Tries to get the baseline. Can't do it. Back outside to Carey. Carey's going to pop one up. It's no good. Rebound inside by Robinson. He loses it. And finally picked off inside there by John Glidden. Well, you talk about action at both ends. Neither one of these teams are going to give in. 22-20 to score. Erskine Academy leading. Middle to Glidden. Glidden turns. The foul line is no good. Rebound taken off strongly that time by E.J. Imbert. And it goes off to Withy as Withy brings down for Foxcroft Academy. 22-20 to score. 4:05 left here in third quarter action. Lincoln Robinson, the ball's knocked away, and everybody, Donow was on the floor. He hustled and got the ball to a teammate as they sat down. Both teams hustling.
This is what defense looks like.
It really does. In the middle of Glidden. Glidden saves it. The ball's knocked away, but Donow comes up with it. Now DeMuth. DeMuth turns, scoops a pass back to Donow. Donow looks inside. Now he starts to go to the middle. Now to Janowski. Left side to DeMuth. Back to Janowski as they start to play catch on that left side. Down the middle to Glidden. Glidden at the foul line. Glidden stops. Back to DeMuth on the left side. Now it goes way out to the right side top. It goes to Janowski. They start to work the ball. Donow with it. And DeMuth outside. Back to Donow. Now goes to Jones. Jones in traffic. Nice play by Lincoln Robinson as he came in from the weak side and ties up Mr. Jones as Gilbert will come back in, and Carey will leave.
Foxcroft in that 2-3 zone. They almost invited the pass inside, and then Robinson sagged back in for the double team. A little bit shorter than Jones, able to go down and get the ball and force the tie-up.
Withy with it now in the backcourt to White. Now to Withy. Full court pressure. Now in the middle it goes to Gilbert. Gilbert down there. Nice bounce inside to Imbert. Puts it up and in. Taking his time on those layups, and be sure it's hard off the glass and in. He gets up high, and that makes it 22-22 now. Janowski back to DeMuth. Starts down the middle, gets to Glidden. Glidden bangs one home from the foul line. And that's why they got him at the top. He's got that good, nice, soft touch. Withy loops a pass to Robinson. Lincoln with it now, gives it to Bobby Gilbert. Gilbert looking inside. He goes long pass. It's almost an air ball. Just kind of looked like a balloon coming out of his hands. He throws it across, and that's the pass that you don't need.
Too much arc on that.
Donar outside with 2:15 left. Now to Gilbert. Now left side to DeMuth. DeMuth's shot is no good. Rebound by Robinson. He's getting some good box outs underneath there by Foxcroft Academy, and Robinson's able to creep in and get those easy bounces. And right there, Bobby Gilbert took almost a jump to the right side.
He must have seen something because he got excited. There's no question about that.
The Fox and the Hound. Oh, this has been an extremely fine basketball game. The scoring hasn't been there, but I'm telling you, they've had to earn every bit they've got. Janowski with it. Now you go outside. DeMuth has it. At the top is Donar. Now across courts it to Darrell Haskell's in the game. Down the middle of Janowski's at the foul line. Now Haskell puts one up from outside. Up, it's no good. Rebound action. There's Jones. Back outside. Goes to Haskell again. Pops it in. Beautiful. Darrell Haskell, a sophomore, puts it in, and they're going to call a foul on White.
It's going to be on Foxcroft there. Good work. First on the offensive boards by Janowski and Jones to keep that play alive. And then Jones forcing the offensive foul on Foxcroft. Then turnover. Here comes Withy with the inbounds pass. There's Jones with a knee on White. Could have gone the other way, but the foul goes against Foxcroft. Number 3 on Danny White.
So it's a 27-22 lead by Erskine Academy now. You know, watching Tim Bonsant, their coach, he's an inspiration. He doesn't get excited. He just hauls out what he wants them to do, and they're doing it. And they've been able to interject a couple of players. Haskell, Glidden, come to that foul line. It's open, and they've been making the shots. So right now, that's why it's a 5-point difference.
Yeah, and it's pivotal because they're not getting offense out of their usual sources, DeMuth and Donar, but other guys are stepping up. These are other guys who Foxcroft would like to sag off on. They prefer not to guard them and focus their attention on other people. But Glidden making shots, Haskell making shots there near the key, forcing Foxcroft to come out. Apparently they haven't come out well enough yet.
So DeMuth will inbound it to Donar. Donar turns. There's Haskell again with another 3. No good this time. As White comes off with it for Foxcroft Academy. 1:27 left, 27-22. Here's the score, Erskine Academy leading. They're in white, maroon for Foxcroft Academy. Now it goes off to White, now to Carey. Carey looking at the top, goes to Withy. Withy now in the middle, Carey. Carey up, fakes. The ball's knocked on the floor. Once it's on the floor, it's a free game, and they're going to call a foul on Carey.
Jones, nice tip from behind to force that loose ball. Just very active out on the high post, and Carey, a little out of frustration perhaps with a foul. His second, team's 5th.
27-22, the score remains here in third quarter action. Both coaches up and coaching. As DeMuth has it, leaves it Janowski. He's been quiet too. He's got a good outside shot. So he moves it back to DeMuth. DeMuth looking to create now. To Haskell. Now to Jones. Jones holds over his head. Now loops a pass to Haskell. Haskell's going to turn. Haskell's going to go in the middle to DeMuth. DeMuth's going to go and floats one up. It's no good. The rebound action pulled off underneath there by Donar, and Donar's going to draw a foul.
Good work by Donar, just trying to be active, create something.
Well, this is a mark, I think, of a good team. If your scorers aren't scoring, you try to create, and this is exactly what Kenny DeMuth is doing, is creating.
There's Donor there, gets the offensive board, Withy from behind, and they're going to say he was in the act of shooting and send him to the line for 2.
These fouls aren't easy taps either. Oh, they're hitting him. Foul shot is up and good.
His first point of the afternoon.
28-22 with 32.6 seconds left. Matt Donaire finally hits. Probably feels like it's the monkey's off his back, and he misses a second one. Rebound by Janowski, and Janowski's being fouled underneath by the big man, E.J. Imbert.
Now they're going to call Janowski for pushing off with his free arm, actually. It's he grabbed the ball with one arm and kind of used his other arm to gather himself, and was called for his second foul.
So change that. Brandon Dow comes back in, number 10. Has Withy with it, looking for help. Now finally goes to the big man, E.J. Now Withy. Withy loops and goes to White. White starts down with it. He's on the left-hand side. Outside to Withy. 28-22 the score. Now White with a shot from the side, no good. DeMuth comes off with it. So they'll get a chance at one shot. Leading by 6. Starts to go down the middle. Nice pass inside to Jones. He puts it off the glass and draws the foul. Boy, when he takes that one step and gets up in the air, nobody's going to block that shot.
Yeah, Foxcroft's got nobody to match up with him, and DeMuth is looking for him. And Jones is ready. About 5 or 6 assists for DeMuth now. At least 3 of them to Jones. Jones finishing, and suddenly an 8-point game.
Imbert picks up his second personal foul. As Jones' foul shot is up and good. So where Donaire and DeMuth have not been the scorers, Jones has picked up the slack. There's White. He's going to beat the buzzer. Scoops it underhand. No good. Tip up by Imbert. No good at the buzzer.
You're watching tournament basketball on the stations of Maine PBS.
So we've had 3 quarters of play, 31-22, as Erskine is taking the lead now by 9. But anything can happen.
Josh Jones, 10 points in the third quarter for Erskine as they move out to a lead, and you have to ask at some point how much Foxcroft misses Brandon Hall on the defensive end, his athleticism to guard Jones in the low post.
So Haskell will inbound it now for Erskine Academy in the final 8 minutes here. The chance to go in the finals, which will be played Saturday. Jones again. Jones turns, half a hook, no good, and the rebound action. That's where he hurts himself right there. Misses a shot and tries to get in, and he draws a foul.
And Imbert did a nice job on that play, pushing Jones another step or 2 further out from where he likes to get the ball. So
that's only his third.
Indeed, 3 fouls on Jones.
So the next foul will be a one-on-one situation. We'll both be in one-on-one as Foxcroft is in it right now. Carey right to the glass, puts it in nicely. 31-24 now. And they want the full court pressure as DeMuth brings down. White is there with him. Now to Janowski. Janowski's going to turn, going to go right to the glass, puts it up and draws the foul. Nice play that time.
Yeah, Janowski just said, I'm going to the basket. Foul was called. Not sure who it's on yet. We'll find out here in just a second. There's the drive by Janowski. 3 defenders. Looks like it's going to be Imbert with the body and the arm there, and that's 3 on Imbert.
As Janowski's foul shot is good. Well, that's, Haskell will check back in. I think Bonstadt's done an excellent job in substituting. He's got the right players in at the right time. Haskell comes back, a good role player. He's not flashy, doesn't do anything fancy, just goes out there and plays a good basketball game. Imbert now to Withy. Withy in the backcourt. In the middle, nice pass goes to Carey. Jones deflects to the back door away to DeMuth. DeMuth's going to go down with it, and they're going to call.
They're going to call palming the ball on DeMuth there as he decided to use a little NBA move to get to his left.
He didn't have on a headband, though.
This is true.
As White comes back with it. Now goes a corner to Carey. Carey starts out with it. Carey's going to stop. Nice pass inside to Imbert, but the ball is low and picked up by Haskell. There's our man Haskell. He's there around the ball as he'll go down and set up underneath now. as DeMuth brings it down. Now it goes to Haskell. Haskell inside, goes to Donau. Donau is going to turn in a big crowd, and he pays for it, as Bobby Gilbert made him pay for it with a good block. Now Withy right down the middle, stops, puts it up left-handed, and they're going to call a player control.
Player control foul on Josh Withy there as he got to the lane and then just tried to pull up there, but there's Haskell. Good position by Haskell. Player control foul on Withy. That's 3 on Josh.
32-24 the score, 6:41 remaining in this contest. There's Donar to Janowski. Should say Janowski. Now it goes to Haskell. Haskell is going to take a shot. It's up. It's no good. Rebound action picked up by Carey. And then we saw Jones go to the floor again for Erskine Academy. He's been on the floor most of the night or afternoon. He goes off to Withy. Withy will now work the ball to the right side. Look now. Nice bounce goes to Carey. Carey's going to turn in traffic off the glass and in. Nice move.
Yeah, nice working of the post by Foxcroft that time.
32-26 the score. Jones slows it down. Now to DeMuth. DeMuth outside. He wants to turn now. He's got it by White. Now Donau. Nice pass to Janowski. Janowski in traffic. Outside to DeMuth. Now it goes to Haskell. Haskell to Donau. Janowski as they work the ball around. Goes in the middle. Now Janowski. Janowski's shot is no good. Rebound action. There's Jones. Jones is rejected this time. And they're going to call a foul. Again, boy, that one that was awful close, I'll tell you.
Good battle there between Jones and Imbert once again as Jones another offensive rebound. Imbert's left to play defense, and that's going to be 4 on E.J. Imbert. Here's your replay. Jones taking the ball hard to the hole. Carey gets his hand on the ball first. Here comes Imbert.
Oh, boy. He goes for a put 2.
I didn't say all ball.
32-33 now to 26. Boy, I tell you, Jonas, the Jones boy, the Jones boys, Josh Jones has really taken a physical pounding today, but he's been worthy of it.
17 points for Jones.
He goes back to the foul line.
Out of 33.
And he's only a sophomore, so the foul shot is up and good. So he gets a pair, 34-26, a little breathing room now for Erskine Academy. Foxcroft Academy is going to have to work hard now. Try to get up and tie this game. Withy. We'll see who they can get. It goes to Gilbert. Gilbert's going to take the outside 3. Long, it's no good. Rebound tip. The rebound action. Haskell comes off with it. Give an assist to Jones that time to get his hand on it. Now it goes to Donau.
Not many second shots for Foxcroft Academy.
DeMuth with it to Haskell. Haskell outside now to Donau. Inside to Janowski. Janowski's going to turn, put one up. It's no good. Just can't seem to bring that shot down. Donau is being tied up, and in that situation, it's going to be a player that's going to go a possession arrow to Foxcroft Academy.
Yeah, Foxcroft having a real tough time boxing out here in terms of rebounds, and even if Erskine doesn't get complete control of the offensive board, a lot of times they're getting at least partial control.
Lincoln Robinson checkbacks in the game. Number 3 for Foxcroft Academy. Off to White. Danny Stats down with it. On the dribble, he's going to stop, put up a shot. It's no good. Rebound action. Donau. Look at him get off the floor, especially for a knee or an ankle injury.
The leg appears to be okay.
After that, he looked like he almost hit his head on the rim. Good, very, very fine coach teams, both teams. Now it goes to Jones, back to Donau. Donau starts down with it. Donau's got a nice pass inside of Janowski, a little bit hard, but Haskell comes up with it, wheels and deals, puts it up, no good. The rebound action, Haskell's going to be fouling.
Yeah, Haskell over the back, a little over aggressive there after missing the shot. Knew the shot was off, went hard to the boards, but over the back of Lincoln Robinson. There's the first shot by Haskell. Now Lincoln Robinson, good position by him that time. Foul's called on Haskell.
Carey got up in the air against him from Foxcroft Academy against Haskell, and Haskell altered his shot. And when he did, it kind of got a little bit excited.
For all the latest scores and pairings for both the Eastern and Western Maine tournaments, be sure to log on to mainepbs.org. That's www.mainepbs.org.
There's the score. The time is 4:37 in the fourth period.
Tim Bonson called that timeout for Erskine Academy, perhaps to tell his kids to relax. You're up 8, which in this game is a lot. When you figure the score is 34-26, that shot by Haskell may be a little rushed, and they don't need to take the first shot. They want to look for the best shot. A couple more minutes, Foxcroft's going to have to put him on the line if this lead holds up. So perhaps Bonson telling his troops to be a little bit more disciplined there on the half-court set. Foxcroft needs to create something, create offense, create easy baskets. They got to step up the aggression even more. And they've been pretty aggressive on defense throughout this game, but down 8, time perhaps starting to run out.
On the line for Foxcroft Academy will be Lincoln Robinson, a junior, 5'9". So foul shot so important, especially in the fourth period. It's up and no good. Rebound by Janowski of Erskine Academy. Give off to the ball handler, Demuth. Kenny down with it now. Janowski on the right side, left side, I should say. There's Jones. Jones in traffic, puts it up. It's no good. Follows, and rebound comes off, picked up by Carey. Haskell was on the floor to try to get it. Now it goes off to Robinson. Now to Carey. To Withy. Now to White. White doesn't hesitate. He rings a 3. That's what they need. 34-29 the score. Foxcroft Academy is certainly not dead in this game. And the bonus will be if they can win it, they'll get Brandon Hall back. Jones now turns out to Haskell. Back to Demuth inside. Donar, now nice move that time. He got the ball, swung around. Defender wasn't there with him. He puts it off the glass and in. 36-29, White with it. Off to Withy. Withy holds it now, looks, now bounce goes to White. White's going to send up another 3. This time it's a little bit short. Picked up by Haskell. Off to Demuth. Now off to Janowski. Janowski turns. Donar puts his man in the air. Doesn't use it. Now Janowski right down the middle. Puts it up. Couldn't get enough on it. Now the shot is put up by Donar. Now he's starting to heat up.
Yeah, Donar without a field goal until about 15 seconds ago. Now he's got 2, and it leads up to 9 in Foxcroft.
Yeah.
Call a timeout.
Just see Tom Bonson grabbed Demuth right by his shirt and pulled him to him.
Yeah, you know, Erskine Academy, all the credit. You're not seeing too many jump shots in the second half. They're really attacking the inside. Initially with Jones, and now lately with Donar. When they're missing the first shot, they're getting second shots. Foxcroft pretty much relegated to the perimeter here all afternoon and not getting second shots. Erskine doing a superior job boxing out. And that's why the margin here, as we wind down, is 9 points in Erskine's favor.
Well, that's really the name of the game. If you find a weakness, you exploit it, and you keep going inside. And this right now they found it. They can go down that middle and they can make it. You got Janowski, you got Jones, and you got Donar. They've got some great moves. They can put you in the air. I mean, they just don't go up with the shot. They pay attention what business. They take it to school inside.
Yeah, and even when
this is what they're doing right now.
And even when they're not making shots, it's just the pressure they're applying, drawing defenders to them. That creates opportunities for Jones, for instance, on the offensive boards. Nobody boxing him out.
True as can be. So Foxcroft has their work cut out for them, down by 9, with 3:19 remains here in this fourth quarter. Opportunity to play the winner of Camden Hills and Winslow, which will be tonight. That should be another good one. Right in the middle now, it goes to Carey. Carey starts down with it now on the dribble. Gilbert's back in the game now. Comes off to Withy. Withy fakes. The ball stripped away by Janowski. Janowski's going to go. White's there with him. He puts it up and in. Good strip that time by Janowski, and he went the whole length and puts it in. Carey now comes back with Foxcroft Academy to the right side to Gilbert. Gilbert on the dribble, starts to the baseline. He's going to work, puts it up, no good. Rebound strong by Donar. Long pass goes to Jones. He's probably the only guy who could catch that one. Now Donar with a 3, yes. Is he back or what?
And that was a great play by Jones, who initially wanted to shoot, had 3 guys around him. Saw Donar out of the corner of his eye, the kick-out pass for the 3.
And Haskell is fouling. Boy, all of a sudden, blitzkrieg, as Donar has started to heat up, Janowski started to heat up. It's just been team basketball all the way by this team. And you know, and everyone will talk, they'll say, well, gee, that kid didn't get that many points. Well, this number 5 right here, for this Erskine Academy team. He doesn't have to get anything as far as I'm concerned.
No,
he gets the ball to the people.
And he hasn't scored a point, but I bet he has 6-7 assists, and
he's the
that's
guy
14.
to bring the ball down. I mean, under pressure. So it's so sometimes I think the people get upset when they don't see the people with all the ink. Or they give credit to people with all the ink, but you don't see the full picture on the floor. There's 5 guys on that floor, and this particular guy's doing the job.
Well, and he knows his role in the sense that maybe the jump shot didn't fall early. He knows his job is to get other people involved when that's the case, and he has this afternoon.
Gilbert with it now, goes in the middle to Carey. Carey's going to turn, put one up. It's no good. Janowski with a rebound off to Demuth. 43-29 the score, 2:14 remaining. Janowski back, he retakes the ball. Nice bounce inside to Jones. Jones is going to put it up, and he gets the roll. And he picks up a foul, more importantly, against the big man, E.J. Imbert.
That's 5, I think, on Imbert. He's going to sit here with 2:06 to go if the foul is indeed on him. Foxcroft spreading the defense to apply pressure. Erskine gets the ball to Janowski in the middle, and easy pickings for the Eagles as E.J. Imbert indeed fouls out of what looks to be his last high school game.
Greg Perry will check in, number 35. Greg is a junior. No. Kennedy is coming in. So Ty Kennedy checks back in, but Greg Perry is on the sidelines waiting there. He finally does come in, and Gilbert is going out. So Perry in, Gilbert out, and E.J. Imbert is fouled out of this game for the Foxcroft Academy team. Trailing 45-29 now, and there's the star right there of this game. He's had just an immense basketball game, point-wise, but everything. Rebounding, block shots, you name it. Carey now hooks a pass. This time goes to Perry, and Perry bangs it home. I like that.
Bailey is a 3-point shooter.
Yeah, he certainly is. Do that again. 46-32 the score. Now Jones. Now they're going to work some clock. It goes to Haskell. Haskell to Donat. Donat turns. Now he gets to Demuth. Demuth starts down the middle. Nice pass inside to Jones, and Jones puts it up, and he draws a foul. This time it's on Perry.
It's one of those situations where if you're Foxcroft, you're either going to foul or not. And apparently they're not going to foul on the perimeter because they had the opportunity there and didn't. Erskine worked the ball basically until they get a layup, and there's Jones at the free throw line again.
Well, you know, we can use Brandon Hall probably the rest of our lives, and we don't know exactly. He wasn't here. He is here, but he didn't get in the game, so it's a tough situation for Foxcroft Academy. But the way that Erskine has played today, I don't think it might have made no difference at all.
I think you got to give all the credit to Erskine Academy. They went out, they exploited what they saw as places to exploit in Foxcroft's offense and defense, and just gradually took control of this game.
White with the ball, relentless. Withy now. Withy starts down the middle, now goes inside, and the shot up by Kennedy. No good. Gets his own rebound, puts it back up and in. Nice follow that time, 48-34. Janowski coming down with it. Janowski down the middle and being fouled by Kennedy.
That's all you can do if you're Foxcroft, and hope Erskine misses, and you in turn hit some threes. But the way Erskine's been playing, very composed. They've got some veterans. Janowski a senior, Demuth a senior, Donor a junior, but he's been playing for 3 years, and then certainly the sophomore Jones playing like an upperclassman.
So he's up and good. And the B Eastern Maine champion this year will play in Augusta for the state championship, which is always a nice place to play.
It looks like it'll be an all Kennebec Valley Athletic Conference affair as Erskine from the KVAC, as well as tonight's participants, Winslow and Camden Hills.
Coming down with it is White, 50-34, 1:11 left. And on the line is Kennedy. And Donau will put it in play. So Tim Bonset is set. He's down on the bench now. There's Janowski, right to the glass, puts it up hard, no good. And rebound action, Donut knocks the ball off a Foxcroft Academy player, so they'll have the ball under their own basket.
Yeah, another crafty move by Donut. Not that big, but certainly wily, and knowing all the little tricks. That time he gets his team the ball as he knocks it off a defender.
Matt Ernest comes in the game. He's a junior for Foxcroft Academy. Janowski with it. Now loops a pass to Connor Donat. Donat with a downtown three. Bang! And he looks around at the crowd. Must have said, yes, I'm here.
Yeah, it's easy when you're up 16.
53 to 34. White right to the hole and puts it up and in.
Yeah, nice move
And
there.
Foxcroft wants timeout.
Unfortunately for Foxcroft fans, there's White's athleticism on display there. Just haven't been able to see enough of it as Erskine has put the clamps on him, held him down well under his average of 18 points a game, but Erskine has held basically everybody from Foxcroft under their average. Foxcroft averaging in the low 60s during the season, only 36 here this afternoon.
And you can't get here from Vassalboro.
No.
And they certainly have shined today.
So meander. I know that Erskine split with Winslow during the regular season. I happened to see the first game. Winslow won at Erskine. Erskine came back later in the season, won at Winslow. Not sure about Erskine and Camden Hills, although that's possible. They split as well. Camden Hills started out 1-2, and they're now 16 or 17-2, so they haven't lost since the second week of the season. So, but the way Erskine is playing, you got to give them a good shot against anybody at this point.
And certainly. And they've their scorers, Donar, of course, picked up at the end of it. Demuth hasn't scored, but he doesn't have to. Real good ball handler, and they've all played well. And I think that Bonside did an excellent job in substituting at the right time. Had players there that could hit the outside shot, and when it was close, they kind of brought him up a little bit. And Coach Jones, you player of the game to me anyway. Just played such an outstanding game.
Yeah, they made the decision at halftime to attack the paint, to push the ball inside, and then go after the rebound, figuring they had an advantage there, and it certainly proved to be the case.
Janowski's foul shot is missed. 38.3 seconds left. 53-36 a score. As we start to see subs come in, Steve Childs will check in for Erskine Academy. And number 10 is Brandon Dow checks in. And Foxcroft Academy will send in a host of players. Peter Goslin is 41. 15 is Matt Ernest, who was in the game. 35, who was in the game anyway, Greg Perry. Also, number 40 is Jesse Wing, a junior, comes in for Erskine Academy. Who's the
shooter is Janowski.
Dan Lubas? No,
number 13, yeah.
Lubas in the game as well.
Yeah. I want to mention Josh Jones finished the game with 23, Joe. Something we really hadn't mentioned until I just noticed the scorebook. 9 of 9 from the free throw line for Josh Jones. 6'4" post player, sophomore, showing some maturity at the line.
As Foxcroft now will bring down to wind this game down. Goes outside to Peter Goslin. Goslin holds. Now the ball's knocked away, but picked up in there by Greg Perry. Perry's going to put up a shot. It's no good. Rebound action goes to Childs. And there's Derek Farrington. Farrington is going to put it up and miss the shot, but draw the foul. And the foul will go on number 41, Peter Goslin.
Good drive to the basket there by Farrington. He'll get rewarded with a couple of the free throws.
Good picture there of Derek. He's a junior. He'll get ready to shoot the foul shot. It's up and good. Also in the game for Erskine Academy is Clint Peterson. He's a sophomore. Put the O in sophomore. Foul shot is up and good. So a pair, 56-36, 20-point blowout. All of a sudden, it was really a close game, good game. And all of a sudden, people started to pick up. And Lubar loses the ball, now picked up in there by Perry. The shot by Lubar is no good. So we go at the end of the game, 56-36, a final. And